Hola!
What's up, everybody? It's Stephany.
And today we're going to be talking about my journey with the autoimmune disease I have, and which is one of the main reasons why we decided to go full-on vegan. So about a year ago, when we were on our way back from India, I legit felt like I was about to die. I had these pains and my heart was being out of control. He was sleeping. I didn't want to wake him up, but I was like, oh my God, what's happening? I literally envisioned an ambulance coming to get me because I was having a heart attack. But then
while we were in the plane, it was not even descending.
Yeah.
We still had a couple hours, and her heart started beating like crazy, like really fast. It was like scary.
Yeah, so then, of course, we went to the ER, and they did all kinds of blood work, and they thought I had blood clots. So I was like, okay, so like, what does this mean? What's going on? And prior to that, I had been feeling tired and got random rashes, like dry rashes everywhere. And, you know, we tried different things like coconut oil, and like they would come and go. Never really thought anything about it. And I had also got like, here in the salivary glands, I would get really swollen and to the point where it would hurt. And so I'd go to the doctor for it, and all they would say is like, oh, eat sour candy, you'll be okay. I was like, okay, whatever. But I guess, you know, that on my way back to India, my body was like, that's it, I'm done. So that's what landed us in the ER, did a bunch of tests. They thought I had blood clots, couldn't leave. And one doctor, an older gentleman, was very intrigued with my case. He's like, you're so young, you know, you don't look unhealthy. Like, I really want to figure out. And he kind of threw it out there. He's like, Sjogrens. I honestly think you have Sjogrens. He's like, but I have to leave and I can't, you know, treat you anymore. It's the end of my shift.
And then there was this young, dumb doctor who didn't know. And something you got to know about doctors is if they don't know the answer, they're gonna make up some bullshit to try and make it seem like they know. They don't want to feel like they don't know. And again, not all of them, but some of them, and definitely this guy that helped.
Yeah, so he you know, like, legit true story. He was on his phone putting all these like things that I have going on, and this is true story. He's like, I think you had a panic attack, or what did he say? And I was like, I wanted to shoot him because like I was like, shut the hell up, like that's not what's wrong with me. So whatever, long story short, I left. I was not having it. We went to follow a visit, and they tried to give me like 2 types of medicines because the final diagnosis was Sjogren's. And what Sjogren's is an autoimmune disease, and what it is that we have like white blood cells in our body that help fight anything like infections, anything when you're sick. And what this does is the reverse. It fights your body instead of trying to keep you healthy, which is why I get sick easily. It also creates for any moisturizing glands, like your salivary glands, your eyes, your mouth, to be extremely dry at all times. So, you know, it's something that I had to kind of deal with and adjust. When I eat anything, I have to drink something because like your mouth is extremely dry. I have drops that I put in my mouth. It's, you know, you have to do it because your teeth, you can get cavities. Dry mouth syndrome. Yeah, like I always have eye drops with me. My skin will peel like randomly. So it's just, it's like, it's a lot. And then on top of that, you have exhaustion. Like, you know, some days all I did was sleep. Like, come home from work and I felt like beat, and I would like sleep onto the next day, wouldn't be eating. So I mean, it was just, it got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, your body gets like fatigued, and there was times where, you know, the body will attack itself because there's like confusion going on with the good cells and bad cells and so forth. So there was times where her joints and her fingers, her hands were hurting so much that she couldn't even turn and open the doorknob from our room for her to go to work.
Yeah, and so that's when it was like really, really bad, and I was like, okay, like I have to do something. Like, this is not a way to live. And it wasn't just the pain, it was actual like deformation of my joints. So what they found is I had Sjogren's. Usually it comes coupled with some other immune disease, and so I had RA, which is rheumatoid arthritis. And it's kind of common in females. It's a kind of female to female, more prominent thing. And my mom had just been diagnosed with lupus, so sure enough,
another autoimmune disease.
Yeah, so sure enough, the doctor was like, okay, so here we go. We're going to give you these medicines. One was going to be like a medicine to treat malaria. The other one was going to be a cancer medicine, and then some other medicine to counteract the throwing up. So Jorge got really like upset and said, is this gonna cure her? And he's like, no, it's just gonna, you know,
it's just gonna treat it.
Yeah,
which is another way of like, no, this is how we make money, so we give you different medicines just to kind of maintain, but it doesn't cure it. Obviously, that's not this whole pharmaceutical industry, all they do is treat but not cure. So
Yeah.
the only way to really cure or prevent is through what you eat, plant-based diet.
Yeah. And so a coworker of mine, bless him, he's like, go visit this doctor. He's like, he's a natural doctor. And sure enough, I went to see him, and it gave
Dr.
me Sebi, S-E-B as in boy, I.
He's from Honduras.
Yeah. So went to see him, treated me. He also treated my mom, and he puts you on a plant-based diet essentially, and gives you all kinds of like turmeric to help with inflammation. And I mean, from the minute I did the diet change, I mean, everything has gotten better. My joints went back to normal.
She doesn't have fat fingers anymore.
Yeah, like my joints, I don't know if you guys can tell, like they stayed kind of fat. Like it's weird. And what else? Like my skin, I would have patches everywhere, like itchy, like to the point where you were like raw skin. I mean, that's gotten better. My energy levels, some days are great, but like it's because I'm not eating right. And then so once I get it together and start eating my vegetables, my greens, my turmeric, my maca when I'm feeling super low in energy, like that's what kicks in. And so doing the transition has been extremely life-changing for me. And just overall, like my health has been so much better.
So what would you recommend for someone who maybe is experiencing Sjogren's or an autoimmune disease?
Definitely going on a plant-based diet. We did it for my mother as well. My mother, even, like, if anyone knows Mama Lucia, that she's like a go-getter, up at 4 a.m, grinding all the time. She eventually quit her job because lupus really got to her. And I took her to Dr. Sebi. He put her on a plant-based diet, and she's got her life back. I mean, she has, setbacks and stuff, but I do think that the way that you eat has a lot to do with it. And culturally it's hard at times, but just the way you feel, if you feel sick all the time and like you need to sleep and you feel weak, like that's not a way to live. So for me, definitely going vegan has been like the best choice ever.
The best choice ever.
So yeah,
if you guys have any questions, or someone who needs support, or maybe doesn't know that this is an alternative healing method or or mechanism, feel free to reach out to us. We love helping people and being able to provide and create any type of positive impact we can in people's lives. So
yeah, and so we actually went back to that doctor, remember? Yeah. And he's looking at me because I walked in, guys, I'm not joking. If you weren't really like in my circle, you didn't know I was this sick, because I don't like people seeing me sick, and I can handle it myself type of girl. So I was hunched, like my knees, they would hurt just to walk. I couldn't open doors. Like it was really, really bad. So when I came to see him, I was normal in workout clothes, and he just looked at me like, what the hell? What happened? He's like, are you taking the medicine? And I was like, no, I didn't take anything you gave me. I didn't even pick it up from the pharmacist. Like, I went on a plant-based diet, and I told him everything I did.
He was upset.
He was mad.
He didn't make money off of what he was trying to sell us.
Yeah, he was legit mad. He was like, why are you gonna come to the doctor if you're not gonna listen to it? I'm like, okay. Anyways, but yeah, yeah. So for sure, like kind of educate yourself on what it is that if you're gonna choose to take medicine that you're taking. If not, try to honestly give it a try. 100% go vegan and see what it does for your body. So that's a little bit of my story.
Yeah, guys. So hopefully you learned something. If you like we just shared it, please share this video, like it, maybe tag some friends, or if you know someone that could benefit from watching this video, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Stephany.
Bye guys.
Peace out.